Hey, Afi. What's a VSD?
A VSD? In your heart?
Yeah.
Sure, Zozo, but before I tell you about it, will you tell me what you remember about how the heart works?
Well, the heart is made up of 4 chambers, right? The top 2 chambers are called the atria. The bottom 2 are called the ventricles.
Exactly. To review this in detail, though, be sure to check out the How the Heart Works video. Back to the VSD now. VSD stands for Ventricular Septal Defect. The first word, ventricular, sounds a lot like the name of the bottom 2 chambers, the ventricles. The second word, septal, meaning wall, is talking about the wall in between the 2 ventricles. And the third word, defect, is talking about a hole or a part of the wall that is missing. So, a ventricular septal defect is when there is a hole in the wall between your ventricles. The hole has actually been there since before you were born. Sometimes your body will close up the hole all by itself. If your body isn't able to take care of it by itself, though, your cardiologist might decide to take care of it instead. If they decide that the hole needs to be closed, that typically means that the hole could cause some problems for your heart. Normally, the blood that flows through your heart follows a very particular pathway. It flows from the right side of your heart, out to your lungs, back into the left side of your heart, and then out to the rest of your body. A VSD creates an extra pathway for the blood to flow into your heart. This pathway isn't actually supposed to be there and can disrupt your normal blood flow. If there is a hole between your right ventricle and your left ventricle, the blood can flow from the left ventricle into the right side of your heart. If the hole is large enough, it can cause too much blood to flow to the right side of your heart. If you have too much or extra blood flowing into the right side of your heart, more blood than usual will flow into your lungs as well. This can overflow your lungs and overwork your heart. Sometimes, as a result, you may have a hard time breathing normally. These problems don't always happen, but sometimes the cardiologist will keep an eye on the VSD to make sure everything is just fine. In time, the VSD might close up all by itself. If not, the cardiologist may decide to close it up with surgery by patching up the hole. Does that make sense, Zozo?
Yeah, so a VSD or ventricular septal defect is a hole between the bottom chambers of your heart. And sometimes the hole closes on its own or is okay left alone. But sometimes the doctors will need to patch it up to make sure everything is all right. Right?
Exactly.
Cool. Thanks, Afi.